Up here. What's up, y'all? Hey, Miss Zetna. Hey, Visha. I'm doing all right today. Much better than I have been doing. I give God the praise for that. I give him the praise for that. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Today has been a day where I have been extremely encouraged. I've been extremely encouraged today. It's been one of those days where God has reminded me that he knows what he's doing. And so that is our declaration on today. God knows what he is doing. God knows what he is doing. He knows. Come on. God says I need to say that again. God knows. He knows what he's doing. He knows. God knows what he is doing. He knows what he's doing. Sit down, girl. Sit down. Sit, Bella. No. Sit down. God knows what he is doing. As I was, I went to the reservoir today to just kind of sit, and I had to have a heart-to-heart talk with God. Anybody ever had to have like a heart-to-heart talk with God? That was me today. I literally had to just get the residue off of me. And I know that there are some moments when we face disappointments, when we face frustrations, when we feel like all hope is gone. There were just some moments where we literally got to go to God and get the residue out. And I think that that's something that not a lot of people understand. You can go through something and come out of it, but still feel the effects of what you went through. So that was me. That was me today. Like, God, I know it's over, but I'm still feeling some type of way. And as I was there, and even just from the testimony that came in today, I was reminded that a lot of times, even when we don't understand why certain things are playing out the way that they're playing out, sometimes we don't understand why certain things are delayed. And honestly, sometimes we don't understand why God allows certain things to even just hit us, right? And a lot of times when we're faced with disappointment, when we're faced with, those frustrations that make us want to throw in the towel, a lot of times the question of God becomes like, how can I even receive what you want from me? How? And the reason why we ask that question is because we don't have any hope. The thing that frustrated us, the thing that discouraged us, it just makes us feel like it is never going to happen. But as I was sitting at the reservoir, it was a little bit cooler today, so I didn't really get out and sit by the water. The Lord reminded me, and I believe he wants me to remind some of you guys, that he knows exactly what he is doing. I'm going to say it again. He knows exactly what he is doing. God says to say it again. He knows exactly what he's doing. And the thing about the timing of God is that, like, sometimes it takes us receiving the blessing. Hey, Stephanie. Sometimes it takes us receiving the blessing before we can even understand the why. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes it takes us receiving the blessing, receiving the breakthrough, walking through an open door before the understanding ever comes concerning why certain things played out the way that they played out. And even now, he's reminding me of like 2019, right? When I was looking for cars. I know some of y'all remember this. I had went to so many car lots trying to make it happen. And it'll be like, it looks like I'm about to get the car, and then boom, something happens, right? Something happens, and I've wasted an entire day because pretty much y'all don't want to give me a vehicle. And at the time, I was so disappointed, frustrated, a little bit bitter. I mean, I was so pained by it that there would be some days where all I could do was just cry. I don't know if y'all have ever had one of those moments where you ain't got no words, but you got some tears. That used to be me. God, I don't have no words, but I got these tears for you. I got these tears for you. And I didn't understand. The tears weren't tears of joy. I didn't understand. They were sorrowful tears. Tears of frustration. They wasn't a good kind of tears. They were tears of defeat. I just didn't understand. God, I got a right now need. Why aren't you letting this happen? Why are you doing me like this? These were my thoughts. I just didn't understand. And after I had gotten turned down for so many moments, so many times at those car dealerships, I started to feel hopeless. Like, how am I ever going to be able to get a car? I felt stuck. Like, God, if I couldn't get this one, how? I didn't understand the why. But when God blessed me with that Audi, when he blessed me with it, it made sense. It made sense as to why. It made sense. The same thing with the vehicle I have now, like when it happened, like it made sense why the answer had to be no. And I understand that some of y'all are right there. God, I don't understand why I didn't get this money. God, I don't understand why I didn't get the job. God, I don't understand why they don't like me. We all have those moments where we just don't get it. We have a lot of those moments. In every season, you're going to have a moment where you just don't get it. It don't make sense, right? Don't make sense why God didn't open a door. Don't make sense why he didn't release the money. It just does not make sense, right? But when you get the blessing, you will see that he knew what he was doing all along. God says, say that again. When you get the blessing, God says, say it again. When you get the blessing, when the door opens, when you get the job, you'll understand that God knew what he was doing all along. It was a well thought out plan. I'll say this again. It was a well thought out plan for your life. Even though it felt chaotic to you, it was never chaotic to God. Even though it didn't make sense to you, it always made sense to God. Like the children of Israel, right? God's plan for their life was well thought out. He knew Pharaoh was going to come after them. He knew that had he allowed them to go the way that they wanted to go, he knew that there was an ambush from the enemy waiting that would take them out. But he thought so much about their journey, so much about what he had promised them. Hear me now. He thought so much about it. Valued them, their life, so much that he crafted up the perfect plan. If I just take y'all through this wilderness, if I just take y'all this route, you will learn what you need to learn. You will become equipped with the faith that you need to be equipped with to make it through to the end. You know, we really got to start humbling ourselves because we really don't know. We really don't be knowing what's best. We really don't know it all. Right? And so sometimes our plans have to fail. Sometimes God has to step a no on some things. Because we move like we know it all and we don't. We question God like we know it all and we don't. The Lord says, tell them, when this next blessing comes through, when this next blessing comes through, he says, tell them, it'll make sense. Somebody say it's about to make sense. It's about to make sense. Come on. Come on, Visha. It's about to make sense. It's about to make sense. You may not get it, but like Jesus told Peter, you may not understand now, but later you will. You may not understand now, but later you will. I'm going to say it again. You may not understand now, but later you will. God says to say that again. You may not understand now, but later you will. To the person that needs to hear this, be at peace. Be at peace with not knowing. Be at peace with not understanding. Be at peace. God says to say it again. Be at peace with not knowing, not understanding, not getting it. Be at peace. And that's the broadcast, man. God knows what he's doing. You ain't God, so you don't get, listen, we don't get the luxury of knowing all the details. God says to say it again. We're not God, so we don't get the luxury of knowing all the details. And let's be real. If we understood all of the whys, we would abort mission. If we understood all of the whys, we would abort mission. I know I would have. God, I am not going through this process. Ain't doing it. I don't care what it's supposed to teach me. I am not doing it. Like, God, listen, you must be playing. Am I being punked? Am I being catfished? Because this ain't it. This ain't it. Listen. Surrender. Give it to him. Trust him. Trust him. Trust him. Trust him. God says trust him. That's all. Just trust him. That's it, y'all. That is it. Listen, I love y'all. I am rooting for you guys. To those of you guys that feel led to sow, you can. If you don't let the word be in vain. Don't let the word be in vain. I love y'all though. I'm rooting for y'all. Excuse my dog in the background playing. And so until next time, the funds are going towards dog food. That's where the funds are going. I gotta get something to where I can give Bella her medicine. And so that is it, y'all. That is it. Capone, get off of me. Get off of me. And so that's it, y'all. I love y'all. I want to say about $3 would get me what I feel I need. That's it. I love y'all, rooting for you. So thank you, Stephanie. Until next time, y'all.